Hey everyone, it's Tommy from The Bad Gamer, and today I decided to go for a Sunday ride on Red Dead Redemption 2. I was joined by one of our admins, Grav, and we wanted to turn our leisurely ride into an adventure by carrying out some bounty hunting missions. After all, there's nothing more relaxing than chasing outlaws on a Sunday afternoon. Our first bounty was a woman who had set fire to an orphanage for no reason. The poster stated specifically that there was no reason, like there would usually be a reason you would casually set fire to an orphanage, right? We assumed this woman would be hiding in a strange cave on her own, but she was being protected by a group of men, so I told Grav to take the lead. He decided to just go for it and throw his lasso at her like it was nothing, whilst this man just stood watching as if it was normal. They obviously weren't that interested in protecting her, so I killed them all for poor service on her behalf. The bounty poster said that the fire hadn't resulted in any deaths of the orphans, and the woman didn't even resist arrest. All in all, she demonstrated good character during this process, so we agreed together to put a word in on her behalf and recommend that she gets off with community service. All in all, our first job was a success, and justice was delivered swiftly. Our second bounty was for a poacher called Theodore Javier, and he'd been illegally hunting, which in our opinion is a sickening crime, because why should hard-working people like myself complete unnecessary paperwork and pay tax to shoot a deer in the head when these guys can just do it for free? Disgusting. We had to attract Theodore's attention by murdering all of his men and releasing the animals he'd caged. I realised at this point that Grav was a complete savage. Whilst I was using bullets, Grav was cutting people up with knives and tomahawks. He even killed one of the animals that we were meant to be helping. Come on, Grav! Grav then took his murderous desires to a whole new level and wrapped his massive lasso around this man's neck before proceeding to choke him to death. Eventually, we managed to get Theodore's attention and arrest him. However, as I stood up with him over my shoulders and looked around, I couldn't help but ask myself, why? Why did we kill all of these people over nothing but fur and flesh? It was like taking an animal rights activist to a whole new extreme, one that even PETA couldn't condone. For our final job, we decided to take on a gang called the Four Bettys. Grav had a stagecoach that would be able to use to make transportation easy. On the way to their location, I passed a man and couldn't help myself, so I slapped his head as a joke, and he chased after me. The fun and games ended when Grav decided to take his lasso out and choke him to death. I was pretty upset with Grav as we were only playing and he'd just taken it too far again. As we went searching for the girls, I told him his sexually driven crimes were concerning and that he needed help. Suddenly, a massive fucking bear appeared out of nowhere and attempted to eat Grav, but luckily, I was able to save him. I was so shook up by what happened, I needed a virtual cigarette and a drink to calm my nerves. Grav told me that the event had changed him, and he saw it as a message from the universe telling him that he needed help and to stop choking people with his lasso. And since then, he's vouched to seek help. We'll keep you updated on that. We find the four girls and Grav instantly decides to assault them. None of them seem to react either. They're honestly just chilling there, laying down by the fire, and Grav just comes in, kicks him in the face, throws him around in the dirt like ragdolls. I've honestly realised Grav at this point is just a complete psychopath. I volunteer to look after three of them, whilst Grav takes one of them and goes off to collect a stagecoach. On his way back, the stagecoach gets stuck and it breaks, leaving us stranded. Good job, Grav. This results in both me and Grav needing to improvise, so I decided the smart thing to do is that we should knock the girls all out, drag two of them gently with the lasso so they wouldn't die, whilst the others would ride on our horseback. It was a complicated plan, but I was confident it was going to work. I proceeded to untie the first girl and punch her in the mouth. Whilst I was beating the second girl, Grav decided to just say fuck this and instead popped the cap in her ass. Yep, Grav was back to his old ways again. When I was putting one of the women on the back of my horse, she tricked me into thinking she was unconscious before quickly jumping off the horse and withdrawing her with a revolver, trying to kill me. I panicked and shot her in the head. I was upset, to be honest, not because we were going to get paid less for the dead bodies, but because this woman had tricked me into thinking she was unconscious and then tried to kill me. It was humiliating and overall a bad end to my shift. After we'd finished the final job of the day, I headed to Blackwater for a drink in the saloon and realised how upset my character was. The last job had honestly just got him down. What was meant to be a calming and relaxing Sunday ride had turned pretty stressful, but in the end, we were satisfied we had completed an honest day's work. So that brings me to the end of the video. If you want to join us on Red Dead Online or other games, then you can join the Bad Gamer community. We regularly organise community events and get on together, so if you're looking for a good group of people to grind with, then feel free to come along. Also, please comment on this video and urge Grav to seek help. Don't forget to like and subscribe too. If you want the latest in gaming news and want to learn more about our community, then please visit www.thebadgamer.co.uk. Until then, I will see you next time, and this has been Tommy at The Bad Gamer. Thank you and goodbye for now.